Whether it's lean beef patty, Chris Bumstead, or Greg Doucette, I'll be testing and ranking every influencer's product to see who's released the best item. To kick things off, we'll be starting with Dom Mazzetti. Now, Dom Mazzetti is truly one of the OG fitness influencers. He's been around forever, and with his gym douche personality, you'd really think he'd release something like Tren for toddlers, but something a little bit sweeter. Instead, it's protein gummy bears. They're called Gym Candy. I think they just went for the most basic name known to man. We have Gym Crush flavor. I don't know what that could taste like. It tastes like your Gym Crush, if you're fortunate enough to know what that tastes like. Blue Massberry, Lemonade, Pride flavor, Gamebo, Sour Cherry, and Watermelon. I do like how on the gummy bears they have a six-pack and a big chest and they're kind of jacked, gonna be real. Hopefully I will become what I eat, and I'll become this gummy bear, because they look great. They are 100 calories per bag and 18 grams of protein, so truthfully, that's really good. The macros on these things are solid. So the protein is decent, but I want to hit the gym after this, so I'm looking to get some carbs in me. I mentioned I expected Dom Mazzetti to make something like Tren for toddlers. Well, what about an influencer who looks like he's been on Tren since a toddler? Better yet, two influencers. We have the Tren Twins. They have their own company with tons of products, but one that really intrigued me the most is their cream of rice. It's just a bit of a bizarre product to release, so I'm expecting it to be really good. Cream of rice is a great pre-workout meal to have because it's a quick and easy carb that you can kind of prepare however you want. But this flavor is hot cocoa. The image that they used on the front is, it reminds me of being a kid, having some warm hot chocolate with some melting marshmallows, and it's making me a little depressed, bringing me back to better days. Got my cream of rice made. It looks like how my stomach's gonna be reacting after I eat these gummy bears, but it smells really delicious. But we're gonna start off with the gummy bears, because I'm a patient man. I don't know, this could go either way. It really could. How am I even supposed to get these out? I'm a little turned off. It's a little too flat for my liking. Yeah, so, I really like the way they looked on the front. You see the bear there? He looks awesome, right? Looks like he's been training for at least 7 years. I don't know what I got. I think they got a little melted. That's okay though, because we're not judging it by how it looks. We're judging it by how it tastes, so let's give it a go. Wow! Kind of reminds me of like a fruit snack you'd have as a kid. What the f is this, bro? Yo, look at my gummy bear. What the f happened? What's going? It looks like a deep fried banana. Ah man, presentation to getting a 0, but that could be my own fault. I don't know what I did. I'm stupid. Let's try Gym Crush. Yeah, whatever. These are fantastic. They're sweet, but not too sweet. They're like the perfect amount, and the erythritol coating on it really brings out some nice texture. It's a overall good experience. They're also really easy to carry around. I mean, you could take this, throw this in your gym bag, put it in your pocket, put it wherever else you'd put it that you wanna transport it, and you're good to go. We have 18 grams of protein ready to eat. But now, let's try the cream of rice. Now, what was nice about this is that there were little pieces of marshmallows in it, so it really added to that overall vibe. Now they're melted into the overall product, but hopefully the taste is still there. Let's see. Ooh, it's a tough one. It's really spot on to hot cocoa, but I feel like it's missing a little bit of sweetness. It is really tasty though. I'm gonna have my girlfriend try it. Let me see if she also thinks that it's not sweet enough. Choo-choo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't have a girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. I do have a girlfriend. I'm not doing the train. I'm just gonna, okay, here.
I see what you mean. It could be sweeter.
It could be sweeter. I totally agree. For the cream of rice, I'm gonna give it an A. And for the gummy bears, I gotta give it an S. We're starting off really strong. Now, hopefully this food is gonna give me a pump that's as juicy as a cow. And speaking of cows, that brings us to lean beef patty. That's gonna get me some hate. Lean beef patty does not drop products often, so when she does, I'd expect them to be really high quality. For example, she just released her brand new flavor with Gorilla Mind. Refreshing. But that's not what we're testing out today, because lean beef patty dropped her shoes, and they are cow themed. See, that's why I called her, well, I didn't call her a cow, but that's why I said, just forget it. Well, you might be wondering, what do the lean beef 11s look like? Well, they are something that you could probably only wear in the gym, because imagine wearing these to the grocery store and ironically buying meat. But okay, these aren't a shoe for style, they are a shoe for purpose. But what is the purpose? Well, according to their Instagram, the Aerolex Light Lean Beef Edition are more than just a shoe. They're a way to reconnect with your feet. These people have a foot fetish, don't they? To move stronger, recover smarter, and feel every step like it matters. You'll lift, move, and balance exactly how your body was designed to. Listen, I have full faith that this is a product that Lean Beef Patty not only backed, but launched her own version of. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, she is the only woman that I, as a matter of fact, want to look like. So, I mean, like she has a lot of muscle and she looks good. I'm not. I was skeptical at first, but honestly, I really like these. These are super comfortable. The sole feels like it was genuinely formatted for my feet. I do feel barefoot. This feels really comfortable. They're very light, and I really don't ever barbell deadlift or squat, but doing those just now did feel really good. I'm more so just amazed by how comfortable they are, genuinely. You're gonna call me a simp, but they're cozy. But I liked your shoe, so I'm gonna give you an A. Since Patty's shoes will make you train hard, hopefully you got some sleep and you were able to recover. But in the event you weren't and you need to be woken up, Greg Doucette has just the thing. Just turn on a video and his voice will go right through you and make you want to run through a wall. Or you can have some of his protein coffee creamer. Yeah, I don't know why this exists, but let's figure it out. If I'm being 100% honest, I really don't think that this is gonna be a product that I'm gonna like, but I wanna be fair to Greg. So I went ahead and I ordered 2 more products that I think will be really good. See, Greg, I'm fair, but what the f is this? Protein coffee creamer. Now, I don't know if the G stands for Greg Coffee. That's a little narcissistic, but it's 35 calories and 3.5 grams of protein. So for this to kind of be marketed as protein coffee creamer, it's not like there's that much protein in it to begin with. However, it does have some nootropics in it as well, like alpha-GPC, L-theanine, and huperzine. When I have my coffee in the morning, I want it to be as low calorie as possible. I don't care if it has protein in it, I don't care if it has anything in it, I really just want it to taste decent and not raise my calories for the day. But it's the morning, I don't just want some coffee, I also want some food to go along with it, and preferably something sweet. Well, influencer and athlete Matt Frazier started Podium Nutrition. He has over 2 million followers and is also a CrossFit Olympian athlete. However, under his Podium Nutrition, he released a protein stroopwafel. Now, I've picked these up from the gas station and they're usually really tasty, so when I saw these, I got a little excited. A protein stroopwafel? I mean, that sounds great. On the box, it has its protein amount, and then you turn it to the side and it says 6 times more protein. Holy shit! 6 times the amount of protein? That's insane. So insane that I went and I looked at the nutrition label on the side and I saw, wait, it has 6 grams of protein, which means the average stroopwafel has 1 gram of protein. Big fucking deal. You have 6 times the amount of protein. Well, your competition wasn't that hard to fucking beat. That's like saying, yeah, I lost a lot of weight in the past month. Yeah, but you were slamming Ozempic the entire time. What are you talking about? That immediately kind of set me off because I feel like I was misled. You know, they're trying to market this as a protein snack, but really it's not. It's not a protein snack. But okay, macros aside, I really just want to test the taste of these 2 items. Honestly, smells like hot chocolate, which could be good or could be bad depending on how you feel about hot chocolate. I'm not putting any other milk or any other sugar in this because I kind of want this at its base form, and if I'm adding already 35 calories to my coffee, it better be good. Let's give it a taste. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's some of the best coffee I've had. Oh my, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like if you were to literally go to Starbucks and get a mocha latte, which, I mean, it's a mocha latte flavor, but it's nailed. That is way worth the 35 calories. Overall, the best coffee creamer that I've had. Who thought Greg's cream would be the best? Enough of gassing up Greg. Let's try our waffle. It comes in this small, convenient packaging, which I do like because this means it's easy to carry around, as all protein products should, so that's kind of a given. 6 times more protein. Fuck me, right? Got some nice melted caramel there. It honestly looks pretty good. This looks like a dessert. It looks very appetizing. Okay. Yeah, how do I say this nicely? Matt, I don't want to hurt your feelings. I really don't. But you're giving me no choice. Listen, it's marketed as a protein snack when it's not, but it tastes like it is. Meaning it, for some reason, has like this kind of protein and artificial taste to it, but it's not. I don't really like that. Listen, I am very picky when it comes to my protein snacks. It has to be worth the calories. This is not worth the calories. I genuinely feel like people would be better off getting a regular stroopwafel from the store for $2 than spending your money on this and getting 5 grams extra protein. But since it's marketed as this protein snack, I mean, I have to give it a C. Again, it looks good and would be good if it was marketed differently, but I just can't do it. However, Greg's, it really did surprise me. I'm gonna give Greg's Cream an A. These might be good for getting your day started. I mean, you got some caffeine from the coffee and some fuel from the food, but it's not quite the feeling that I'm looking for. What feeling am I looking for, you ask? Funny enough, it's our next product. I want you guys to think of some of the greatest experiences that a person could have. Now, what comes to my mind is having a nice chocolate chip cookie, making a really funny fat joke, maybe spending the night with somebody that you love. But there's something that tops all 3 of those, and that is getting a fantastic pump inside the gym. Now, I've said it once before and I will say it again, but Derek from More Plates, More Dates is a genius. He could break down quite literally any unpronounceable ingredient you can think of. He's like a doctor, an unofficial doctor, who has a lot of insane medicines. He's the owner of Gorilla Mind, and from energy drinks to pre-workouts, I've genuinely tried them all. Except this. This is liquid glycerol, said to give hyperhydration, intense pumps, enhanced power, and endurance. Apparently, the pumps with this thing are fantastic. Now, I don't want to pair it with the regular Gorilla Mode pre-workout because that would be unfair. So, I want to use something else. I want to use Gorilla Mode Respawn. Gorilla Mind Respawn. I said it wrong, but that looked cool when I caught it. Or didn't catch it and then caught it, so I'm gonna leave that in. This is a product that I have used, and it's just gonna give you some really solid focus, so we're not gonna get any of the regular benefits from a pump. The only pump that we're gonna get is gonna be from our glycerol. That way we can truly see if this thing actually works. Kinda looks like a shampoo bottle, right? So what this is gonna do is it's gonna help hydrate your muscles throughout your workout. So theoretically, you should get a really good pump. We're gonna do 2 pumps of our glycerol. Oh, nothing came out there. It was like a little, I'm not gonna make that comparison. 1, oh wow, that looked like pee. Oh wow. Now that I compared it to pee, now I really wanna drink it. Some R. Kelly shit, but I don't care what it tastes like. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it reminds me of, as long as it makes my skin feel like it's splitting off my body. So let's go in the gym and let's check it out. That was actually insane. I just felt muscles in areas where I had no idea that I had muscles. I'm gonna start calling it IBS, instant bulk sauce, because it's gonna make it look like you added an extra 10 pounds. And because I shit my pants. I'm kidding. Seriously though, you do have to make sure you're drinking a lot of water while taking this stuff, and if you do, the pump is gonna be worth it. I do have to say I'm a bit biased because I am sponsored by Gorilla Mind because I love their products, so if you do wanna pick this up alongside any of their other products, you could do so by using code FOX at checkout, and that'll save you 10% off. I would not promote something that I didn't genuinely believe in. And if you don't believe me, then believe the pump. For Gorilla Mind's glycerol, I'm gonna give it an A. Now, as good as that workout was, it's really gonna mean nothing if we don't replenish our muscles. I want something fast, I want something easy, I just got out of the gym, I'm not cooking, okay? I'm not a woman. A woman would be a lot more prepared and be willing to maybe meal prep, but not me. What did you think, I was sexist? Get out of here. However, I was scrolling on Amazon one day and I came across these. These are from Rich Piana, God rest his soul. He's even blessing us with the gains from the afterlife. However, I love them, but after seeing what these were, I'm a little angry with them. They're essentially Capri Suns for bodybuilders. They're little protein pouches, and they sound absolutely disgusting. So my first thought was, who the fuck would actually buy this shit? And then I proceeded to buy an entire case. They're called Snack Times from his company, 5% Nutrition. Every pouch is 260 calories, 10 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. So truthfully, not really the best macros, although it is peanut butter based, so the fat content is 19 grams. That's really high. Again though, it's peanut butter, so you're ordering a peanut butter based thing and then you're gonna get mad that there's fat in it? It's like getting mad at finding Ozempic in Lizzo's house. Like, it's expected. Let's just try it though. Let's see if it's any good. It smells like straight up peanut butter. Whoa! It tastes like straight up peanut butter. It kinda has the texture of toothpaste. Texturally, it's a bit weird. I feel like I'd rather put this on a cracker. Taste-wise, it was pretty good. Macro-wise, it really wasn't. I feel like it's not too far off from just having, like, regular peanut butter. But then again, how are you just going to carry around regular peanut butter with you? It has an extra 7 grams of protein compared to regular peanut butter, so I'm a little torn on this one. I feel like if it had 50 less calories and maybe 5 extra grams of protein, this would have ranked higher. But because the macros weren't too great, I'm going to have to give it a B. Now, everybody who has been in this video is a fitness influencer, and no shit, I mean, it's literally the theme of the video, but we might have to break those rules for a second. How about a food influencer who created a fitness product? Now, if you are skeptical, let me show you the product, because I think your mind's gonna be changed. Tom Walsh is an influencer with over 8 million total followers. He created Counter. These are macro-friendly frozen foods, high in protein and low in calorie. Now, typically frozen foods are about as healthy as Charlie Sheen's liver. They are filled with extra sodium, extra ingredients, and are overall pretty unprocessed. But I'm hoping that these are a little different. I got, well, pretty much every flavor and every kind I can find because I cannot make a simple life decision for the life of me. So because I have so many, I'm gonna be spending the entire day only eating these. One of two things are gonna happen. It's either gonna make me extremely happy and make dieting a lot easier, or it's going to absolutely ruin my stomach. We have a chicken queso burrito, a beefy queso burrito, jalapeno popper mac and cheese, lazy lasagna. Then the one that I'm kicking this all off with, taco mac and cheese. 350 calories and 30 grams of protein. So you need to microwave for 3 minutes. I mean, come on, man, I don't have all day. While this is microwaving, it's important to say that I don't know this guy, so if it sucks, gonna be brutally honest, I'm gonna tell you it sucks. If it makes me feel any type of way, I'm gonna tell you. If it gives me food poisoning, I'm gonna sue him. I'm just gonna be honest. That actually looks pretty good. My house kind of smells like a Taco Bell, but it also smells really good. Can't lie, this is probably one of the best looking frozen meals I've ever had. All right, let's give it a go. Tastes really fresh. That is the only frozen meal I've had where it feels like it was just cooked and put in this little plastic container that's probably bad for my health. Gonna finish this, then hit the gym, and I'll see you at meal 2. Post-workout meal, and we have a chicken burrito. Macros on this were pretty solid, yet again, as they all are, but it's truthfully not filled as much as I would have liked, which is okay, because I'm sure it's still gonna taste good. Ooh, that's fire. That's really good. Very salty, very cheesy. This one was definitely better than the other one. I genuinely enjoyed that more than I should have. What does that mean? It means I'm looking forward to my next meal. And what I am having next is a beef burrito and lazy lasagna. Listen, straight up, every meal I had was really good. But my calories so far are 1,580 with 156 grams of protein. So I hit my protein goal really easily, which means I can kind of be flexible with the rest of my diet. They weren't that expensive either, coming into about $5 to $6 on average, so significantly lower than the majority of meal preps. I am genuinely impressed, and I would sincerely get more, so because of that, I'm gonna give it an S. But now I am very salted out. I am salty, so we need something sweet. Well, luckily we'll have something sweet for breakfast. Now let me ask, inside the gym, what's something that an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old gym bro would both have in common? What's a mutual interest? Well, one, blatantly staring at any girl with yoga pants in the gym. That's a given. But also, oatmeal. What was once considered an old person food has now transcended down to the gym bros and is now a staple pre-workout meal. Now listen, most of the time we'll just throw some protein powder in it, mix it up, and call it a day. But believe it or not, I actually don't like doing that. Partially because my brain doesn't function properly, so I can never get the texture right, but I found this. Broats. A seal made it. Not the animal. The YouTuber. These come in 2 flavors, nutty chocolate and maple brown sugar, which is what I got. 270 calories and 30 grams of protein, which is really good for oats. The only issue that some people had with this was the price. It's $34.99 a bag, which is pretty expensive for oats, especially considering that you only get 10 servings per bag. I don't know, Asil, this might be a miss. In all seriousness, I actually do have a lot of respect for him because with each purchase, a percentage of the money goes to people who have type 1 diabetes and don't have insurance to pay for it. Let's see if this taste is worth the price. I do think that the macros are worth the price because it's kind of eliminating, the need for protein and throwing protein in your oats. So, I don't know. Most of us still have protein laying around anyway, so I don't know if it will be that big of a deal, but maybe the taste will make up for it. The texture is a bit different. It's got like these thicker pieces in it, which I don't know if that's the oats or the protein, but I do kind of like it. I love that texture. It's different than regular oats. It's a bit thicker and a little bit chewier, but it's good. I mean, listen, it's well balanced. It's not too sweet and also has a really nice hint of cinnamon, so it's not like overpowering. I am genuinely enjoying this, and I feel like a great person because I just supported somebody with diabetes. I'm a man of charity, what can I say? Except for when I'm asked to donate the rest of my change in the supermarket. Immediately, I click no. But I'm a good person, trust me. Listen, the taste is really good. The price isn't really too much of a reason to give it a lower rating because that's what he's pricing it as. You could choose not to buy it. Asil, I'm gonna give you an A. Honestly though, those oats have me feeling really full and really good, but I'm ready to hit the gym. It's 2025. I can't work out without pre-workout. It's just not possible. So today, it's all about Greg Doucette. I got his pre-workout, the most recent one that he released, Blue Lobster. I can't describe what I mean, but this is exactly what I imagine Greg Doucette to look like. I don't know what Blue Lobster is gonna taste like. This is the only pre-workout that I've seen that has recommendations for up to 3 scoops, which, honestly, it seems a little underdosed for each of these ingredients. I personally like high amounts of L-citrulline because that's gonna give you really good blood flow throughout your workout. For 3 scoops of this though, there's only 4,500 milligrams. It's got beta-alanine, so you're probably gonna get a tingly feeling. 450 milligrams of caffeine per 3 scoops. That's what I don't like about this. It's high dosed on the caffeine for 3 scoops, but underdosed on the other things. So I feel like this might be a pre-workout that you would take every single day, but it wouldn't be like a heavy hitter. Let's give it a taste though. I feel like Greg surprised me once. I think he's gonna do it again. And even if this does suck, our post-workout meal is gonna be directly inspired by Greg Doucette. And it's not his cookbook. Lord knows he'd wanna plug that here. I'm gonna do 3 scoops. Again, this is only the most recent pre-workout that he's dropped. He does have another pre-workout that is higher dosed, but I wanted to go with the one that's the most recent. Ooh, it's a strong flavor. It's very strong, very sweet. I like that though, it's very smooth. It reminds me of the blue Gatorade, but a stronger version of that. Yeah, I would say like a cherry blue raspberry is what I'm getting. Overall, this is good, and I know I'm gonna sound like a broken record here, but I don't think this is gonna be a product that I am gonna necessarily like. But we all know how that went last time, so let's just get inside the gym. Okay, so far I really just feel extremely hot and extremely tingly from the caffeine and beta-alanine, but not much else. Which I don't really like this feeling. I'd rather get a good pump than feel just hot and tingly. There are other things I can do to feel that. I did a full push day. I'm not gonna waste either of our times. It was decent at best. I feel like it's a good pre-workout if you're a beginner, but I don't think I'd ever take it again. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just decent. I'm gonna give it a C. Greg, you got one more chance because I still need to recover, so let's try out your protein bar. This is Greg's protein bar, the Seco bar, standing for calories in, calories out bar. Macros are 230 calories and 20 grams of protein, so not bad, pretty decent. My one issue with the majority of protein bars is that how they look on the front is usually never how they look on the inside. It's always a catfish. For example, with this bar, I am getting a Twix vibe. It looks delicious. If it looks like this, it's probably gonna be one of the best protein bars I'll ever have, but it's not gonna look like that. So already, it's not shaped like the image. Okay, so this is the bar. Not bad. Okay. If I say something here, people are gonna get mad because Greg has a lot of defenders. And I personally don't have any problem with Greg. I like him. Look at the inside of this bar. How does that look anything like what the image was? There's literally not any caramel. It's not crunchy. It's literally called a milky crisp. I don't get it. Do these bars just say like, yeah, we're gonna place an image of something that we want to look like and want it to taste like, but it's gonna resemble it not at all. I was genuinely excited too. I thought this would be a top contender, but it's really not bad. It's like the pre-workout. It's the taste is decent, the texture is decent, the macros are decent, so it's just a decent protein bar. So honestly, from somebody like Greg Doucette, I am very disappointed because I would expect this to be better, because I do know that his cookbook is fantastic. I love how there's just like a few little crunchy pieces in there and zero caramel, and it's called a milky crisp. I expected there to be like some wafer of some sort and some caramel laid on top, like literally like a Twix bar, because that's what they advertised it as. Greg, you get a C again. Now listen, over the last few weeks, I've tried plenty of other items, like the Piana bar by Remington James, which I have had prior to this. It's a top tier tasting protein bar, but just high in macros, but for the taste, it's one of the bests. I'll give it a B. I tried New Tonic, which is the world's first productivity drink made by Chris Williamson and James Smith. It does give you good focus, and the taste is solid. Orange Sunrise is insane, but the other two aren't as good, so I'll give that a B. Following the New Tonic, I also had 3D Energy by Christian Guzman. Honestly, I was surprised with the flavors. They were pretty good. Does not beat Gorilla Mine for me, but they were interesting flavors, like watermelon grape. That lands at a B as well. Then I had these protein pancakes by Rob Lipset called Fuel Cakes. The macros were actually really good, and the taste was even better. They literally tasted like you were eating a Nutella-filled pancake, so that I'll give an A. However, now, we need to cover the biggest and possibly best of them all, Chris Bumstead. He's a 6 times Mr. Olympia with millions upon millions of following, so it's no surprise that he does have some incredible items. Honestly, he's somebody that we all dream to look like, and if you think about it, we once all were like C-Bum. just without the B. The closest that I'll ever get to him. However, Chris Bumstead is actually co-owner of Raw Nutrition, and they've released a ton of items under the brand. Of course, we have his energy drinks, which, yes, I've had these before, and they're really all good. Like, this is essentially a perfect Dr. Pepper. It's delicious. They're not too sweet, they're not overwhelming, they're only 112 milligrams per can, so you can have multiple. But I don't care about his energy drinks today. I really don't. I've also covered his pre-workout in another video. It's great for everyday use, good pumps, good energy, and good focus. But something that I think is better and higher quality are these shakes. Now this is a ready-to-drink protein shake with 150 calories and 30 grams of protein. I have had the vanilla one before, and it's quite literally the best shake that I've ever had. It literally tastes like a milkshake. So I decided to get every other flavor. We have salted caramel, cookies and cream, strawberry milkshake, and chocolate milkshake. These are all grass-fed as well, so if you're into that stuff and you genuinely care, they're grass-fed. God, we got a day filled with bum. Not the kind I'd like, but I'll take it. Hopefully the rest of these don't taste like bum and make me look like an idiot. Cookies and cream. Oh, like a Hershey's bar. That's fucking good. Strawberry milkshake. Oh, like a strawberry Nesquik, and I don't even like strawberry milk, but this is genuinely good. Salted caramel. Oh my God. Hold up. Dude, whoa, this is fucking delicious. Like, that tastes like I'm drinking a dessert. I urge you guys to go to Vitamin Shop and pick this up. This caramel flavor is probably the greatest protein drink I have ever had. All right, and chocolate. Let's end it off. Well, the chocolate one's decent. It's chocolate. I'm riding a high from the salted caramel. I should have like started off with chocolate because now I feel like I'm let down. But if I tried this one first, I would have been like, oh, nice chocolate. It's chocolate. But I am mind blown by this. Macros aside, the taste of this is unbelievable. If you've ever had like butterscotch pudding, that's exactly what it tastes like. Or better yet, one of those little caramel candies. It's too good. Wow, I was not expecting to like that as much as I just did. I have to say, I think Chris Bumstead has overall the best consistency when it comes to products. He doesn't have a single miss. Even if you don't necessarily like his products, you can't say they're bad. I gotta be real, I wasn't expecting to do this because it was just a shake, but that caramel shake really carried it. I'm gonna have to give Chris an S. But now this begs the question, who has the #1 product? We've had a few S's, so who earns the title? Well, it's between the gummy bears, the frozen food, and Chris Bumstead's drinks. Listen, it might be because it's the most recent, but I gotta give it to C-Bum. Like I said too, I just think the overall quality of his products make him deserve an S tier. The thing is though, this is a part 3 of this video series, so there are 2 other parts with many other influencers' products. The question is, are the products in this video better than the other ones? Well, if you haven't already, click the screen now and go find out. Also follow me on Instagram, please, I need followers, I'm begging.